Hello, hello. It's your girl Ayana Peterson, the Thrifting Diva, and welcome to another evening where we are cooking up some high protein, delicious dinner that you can have for dinner and, of course, take to work as well. And so, if you're new to my channel, I am talking lately about high protein because it's a luxe lifestyle on a budget, and that includes our health. Now, for a lot of people, I understand that definitely trying to lose weight comes with the additional issues of trying to figure out what to eat all the time. And so what I've been doing is jumping on here each night and you come welcome you into my kitchen right as I get home from work so that you can join me as I prepare dinner for the family. But most importantly, it's also because that same dinner is going to be what I am using for lunch. Now, I am doing tonight a Moroccan steak, and that is going to be with a pita, and we're going to make the pita from scratch. So it's going to be a Moroccan steak pita, and it's going to be stuffed with some stuff, and we're going to put that together. Yo, boy Coco, hello, hello. Thank you for joining me this evening. We are getting ready to start cooking dinner, and tonight it's all about the Moroccan spices. So if you've had Moroccan steak before, you know this is going to be a treat. If you haven't, then this is something you definitely want to try because the flavors, the spices, all of that comes together and it's absolutely amazing. Yo, boy Coco, how is your elbow? I know last night you were going back to determine whether you had dislocated it or if there were some other reasons for the medical issues. So let me know in the comments. Definitely want to hear if things are okay on your side. As I said, we are doing high protein. And the reason I am so focused on high protein is because I am trying to lose weight. And one of the things that has been really, really good for me is having a diet that's about high protein. And of course, I'm working out, and it is definitely I'm seeing all of the various changes. And although I'm working out, I do believe that most of the changes is due to my diet. And that diet being high protein and trying to still stick with a low calorie or in a calorie deficit at the end of the day. So tonight's dish is definitely going to hit the bill. I'm trying to hit about 30 to 40 grams of protein in this dish. And I am hoping that we do so. Okay, you said good. I just strained my muscle. Yes, that's good news. That's good news. Okay, so we are going to start off in a couple of things. We're making the pita, and we're going to make the pita bread from scratch. And I know for some people, you're like, oh my goodness, that's a lot. And I promise you, it's not. So all you need is 3 ingredients for this pita bread. It is delicious. Once you've made your pita bread at home, you are definitely never going to want to buy it in the store. And yes, I have bought pita bread in the store before, but something about homemade pita bread is just amazing. And for most people, once they've started making their own bread, it comes together so quickly. And I have a good trick for you to make this super easy. No waiting around. You're going to get in and out and have the pita bread. So we're going to start that first. So let me grab a bowl so that we can get that going. I'm going to push you back here. So all you're going to need for this is if you can get all right, I pulled the wrong flour. I want my self-rising flour because that's going to help me. That is definitely going to help eliminate the need for the bread to rise with the yeast and stuff like that. So we're going to just get some self-rising flour and you're going to get yogurt. We're going to make this pita bread with yogurt because that is what's going to end up giving us that boost in protein. So it's going to be a protein pita bread. And so let me grab my yogurt. Okay. And so I am going to use this one today. Actually, I think I want the one that's not non-fat. Let's see if I have one that is definitely full and it's not a non-fat yogurt. Okay, yes, I think I have some here. Okay, so we're going to use the plain. You don't want any of your other ones like that, but you're going to get a plain. And so you're going to need self-rising flour, which you can get at the supermarket, and you can get your yogurt. And then we're going to have some salt with it. Okay. And so 3 ingredients, super easy, and everyone can do this. Iman, thank you for joining in. I see you out there. I appreciate you joining it. And Blue Dust, we are cooking tonight Moroccan steak pita. And we're making everything from scratch, but we're going to make it under an hour. And that's because I am a working woman. And when I come home, I don't want to be in the kitchen all night either. But as I am doing this, I'm losing weight. I also want to make sure that I am not eating the same thing over and over. And I know for a lot of people, trying to be on a diet, I'm going to do this because I don't consider myself being on a diet. I'm eating everything I want. I'm just being more picky about it, right? But in general, trying to be on a diet and having to eat the same thing over and over. I'm looking for my cups, but I don't see it. Eating the same thing over and over is super boring. And for me, I just don't understand how people do it. And when I started going on this journey, I realized, like, you go on YouTube, you go on Instagram, and you start seeing people like, oh, what to eat, meal prep, meal prep. And it's the same boring meals over and over and over. And I was just like, okay, I can't. I'll just stay fat if we have to do that. I'm sorry. I can't. So if you know, you know. And so what I've been doing is showing people like you can have fun with your food still and still lose weight. And one of the things I've been doing is just being more intentional on high protein meals. High protein meals allow me to just have 3 meals throughout the day and not feel hungry in between. They're satiating and I don't feel like snacking on other things. And it has been working because I've lost about 10 pounds in 6 weeks. I'm not hungry. I'm not feeling cranky. I'm doing my damn thing. Okay. But I do think 70% of it has been my nutrition. Yes, I'm working out like 5 days a week, but 70%, I promise you, is the nutrition because, yes, I go to the gym. I go to the gym. All right. So here's how you're going to do this. This is an easy recipe. We're going to go with my daughter really, really loves this. So I'm going to have to make a little more than I normally make because when we had it last week, she kind of ate out most of the family's portions. And so I can't find, I don't know where my full cup is, but we're doing basically 2 cups of flour to 1 cup of protein. Okay. So this is a half cup. So I'm just going to have to do this like 4 times because I can't find the 1 cup. And we're making pita bread. We're making Moroccan steak with this because your girl's going to have to always be bougie about her stuff. And so we're going to do, that's 2 cups of self-rising flour. If you don't do the self-rising flour, you're just going to need to use like baking powder or yeast to get it to rise. But the self-rising flour has all of that in it. So it cuts it out, especially for you guys who are like, I'm not doing all that extra baking in the house. Okay, I'm going to go in with some plain yogurt, not your vanilla, not anything like that. And so I'm going to go in, try to get the one that's full fat. I know. How are we eating full fat? Because that's the whole point of this. Like, you're not supposed to cut off everything in life for this process, okay? And so I'm going to do 1 cup. Let me just rinse this out so that it doesn't get flour on here. And so this is, remember, my half cup. And you're just going to do another squeeze of that. I am not the best when it comes to measuring everything out. So just go with the flow on this, okay? Kind of figure out what I'm doing and just go with the flow. Because I know a lot of people get in my inbox like, how much exactly? Just kind of look at the video. Look at the video and kind of go with what you think it should be. And if it doesn't work out that way, try it again, girl. Try it again. Try it again. All right, I'm going to have a little bit of salt to get some flavoring in here. Once again, I'm not sure how much I'm doing. I'm thinking this seems to be maybe a teaspoon. That's probably what I'm doing. And then we're going to mix this together, okay? As I said, I might need to make more, but my daughter's going to have to wait a little bit on that. And so you're just kind of getting this in, trying to meld this in. It's a lot of flour. Just take your time. It's going to come together. Baking is definitely not my passion because I am super impatient. I'm like, oh gosh, gotta wait for this and then double this and then take this to get. So I'm normally not a person that will, be up on here baking anything for you. This one you're not even going to be putting in the oven, to be honest with you. But I'm just saying it's easy. And I say all this to say if I can do this, anyone can do it because the way I measure and the way I do not understand the chemistry of baking should be studied. Although I'm a person that loves cooking, okay? So you see how it's looking like they're coming together. It looks like it needs some support. It looks, raggedy right now. I'm gonna put a little more, probably I'm gonna put a little more not olive oil, a little bit of yogurt in here. And we're probably getting ready to be able to put this together. Okay. All right. All right. We're going to do a little tiny bit more, just for a little bit of, and then I'm going to use that wetness to kind of go in now. Get your hand in there. And we're just going to try to get it into a ball. It's not going to be perfect. And that's okay, right? Like this is the middle of the week, like literally a Wednesday cook down. We're not trying to impress the Queen of England. You're just trying to get food on the table that tastes yummy, but it's good for the body, okay? Without sacrificing flavor. And I say it over and over again, I am not giving up flavor for the fit. I mean, I want to be in my little size 6. That's the goal for me. But if the food's going to taste like sand, I'm going to just be okay with the size, whatever it is that comes out. So you see how things are coming together like that? And you're just kneading it into a ball. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then see how that came together nicely? I'm going to try to get this little guy in there because I'm going to need all the pieces because, as I said, my daughter has been asking about this for like days. When are you going to make pita bread again? So I know once it comes out, she's going to be the family greedy one. Okay, that's it. That's all we need. See how quick and simple that was? And then you're going to put it on the side. And you don't have to wait. You can put this on the fire now, but I'm going to give it a little bit of time. So what I'm going to do is going to get a little kitchen cloth, put it on the side, cover it, and just leave it on the side for now. Because we can do some other stuff, and then we can come back to it, okay? I want to just clean up so I'm not having this kitchen. Lately, I've been having the kitchen a mess when I'm finished with y'all. So nobody's here to help me clean this up. So y'all just going to have to watch and wait while I get to the next thing. Because the way I do not want to be down here for an hour after cleaning up my kitchen because I caught myself going live. So I'm going to just do that. Okay, moving on to the next part of this is the Moroccan steak, which is the key, is the piece that we're going to do tonight. So I'm going to grab my board. Okay, Moroccan steaks is up. Let me look at the questions. If any questions in here. J Dog, Angelina, Brother Ramkinson. Thank you. There was enough moisture in there before you added. I did a 2-year course of. Oh, Archie. So what's going to happen now? Because it did, I was thinking that too. I was like, I should probably have left it alone. But tell me, Archie, what am I going to have the weirdest pitas in there? I went from a size 14 to 10. 6 is a dream. Blue Dust, congratulations. That's amazing. That is amazing. I've always been very small. Honestly, I'm not even going to lie. I've always been really small. But recently, your girl decided like, oh, I'm going to eat whatever I want to. and the weight just started coming on. And when I realized, I was like, nah, we're not going out like that, Ayana. So that's me. But at the end of the day, it's also better eating healthier. So it's all good. P. Gray Smith, thank you so much for jumping on. Hope you stick around. We are making Moroccan steak pitas. All right. So to make that, we need the spices. Okay. And we need the steak. Duh. We need the steak and we need the spices because we need a rub. Okay. So the steak we're using tonight is a sirloin flap steak. Just got it from the supermarket. And we're just going to get that guy on here. And what I'm going to do before I put that on, let me get a small bowl so I can mix I needed something smaller. Let me see if I have something smaller. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so we're just going to get a small little bowl here to combine the spices. Here are the spices, some ground ginger, okay? And then salt and pepper. And then I'm going to add a little bit of Arabic 7 spices. The screen go black. I don't know. I did not see that, but let me know because y'all know how your girl been having some issues with this internet. And it looks like it's about to rain outside, so who knows what is happening. But let me know in the comments if I'm still even live because I am known to go for about another 20 minutes talking to myself. And folks be telling me at the end, like, girl, we lost you about 30 minutes ago. Okay, so if I'm still here, you're still able to see it because YouTube's geniuses don't tell you when you're not even live anymore, which is kind of crazy to me. Because how you have people just there talking to themselves with the word live going on there. Yeah, it's fine now. Okay, thanks, John. I appreciate that. Okay, so we're just mixing our spices together, okay? Make a lot. Don't go stingy on this one. So I'm even opening up so I can get a good pour. I'm gonna run out of paprika in about a weekend. Listen, the key to good food is seasoning. I'm gonna hold your hand while I tell you that. Salt and pepper by itself is not a seasoning. Okay, those are just coming into play. But please, don't let anybody fool you with salt and pepper and then you're good to go. It's not. Okay, and as a person from the Caribbean, it's evident that I love my food seasoned. So this is some ground ginger. Okay, I'm gonna get a nice little put in there. Don't be afraid when you go down that spice aisle. Don't be afraid to pick up a new spice and try it in something. This is cayenne pepper. Not going to go crazy on this one. Neither my kids nor my husband are into very spicy food. So I'm just going to go, I'm not going to go insane. I keep forgetting that I need to buy cumin because this looks like it will be the end of it. So I'm just going to, I need to use a little bit for the salsa. So I'm not going to finish it out. And then we add some ground coriander. Okay. As I said, do not be afraid of spices. My dog is probably 4 years old. We rescued her, so we don't know for sure. And she still acts like she needs rescuing half the time. Okay. And then this is some black pepper. That's okay. I'm going to go a little heavy on that. And of course, and then some salt. I don't even think I have enough here, but I'm going to get this in here. I don't think I have enough, but that's okay. And that's what it's going to look like. And all you're going to do, I forgot my Arabic 7 spices, which I feel like has all of these things in it too. But I'm going to, there we go. There we go. Whew. All right, all them spices up the nose. Okay, so this is all we have. This is basically the Moroccan spice rub, okay? And if you want to add more things that are that earthy, kind of smoky tones with it, go for you. But this is what I'm using today. Bless you. Thank you so much. Okay. The dog is so cute, Zena. They love you in here, Zena. Zena comes around kitchen time when she knows I'm cooking. Like Zena knows. She's like, whatever she's cooking is always smelling amazing. Sometimes I sneak and give her some stuff at the end if it's not too much, but Zena will walk around this kitchen like 16 to 30 times while I'm cooking. All right, here we go. We never got an answer on whether or not I ruined my pita by adding the extra moisture. Would love to hear that. Because I do. When I did it, I realized I was like, dang it, Ayana. You didn't have to play the flour like that. They were just taking their sweet time to get in there. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I just rinsed the steak and I'm just kind of patting some of the excess liquid off of this so that we can get a rub going. And then what I have on the stove that I started before I turned on the live is some lentil peas. So we're going to be adding some lentil peas to our pita. And so I have that in the water right now. It's basically boiling. I have just a cup since we're making pita. I don't need too much, but right. I was going to use the rest of, we had leftover quinoa and rice, and I was going to use the rest of that, but came home today and my hubby didn't realize that it was good. So he discarded it when he thought it was like, you had so much in there. So I had to find another filler. Okay, so here we go. Archie the gamer said you messed it up, but I don't think you did. Just add more flour then. Oh, okay. Now or while I'm doing it? Okay, here's we already have the spice rub. So all you want to do is add a little bit of olive oil on here. Kind of get that into the grains of this steak. I just say the olive oil is really there to the rub can stick because you're gonna have to do it on both sides. So I'm gonna wipe my hands. I'm now annoyed. I'm annoyed because I really feel like I didn't make enough, but we're gonna go in with what we got. And remember, this is Moroccan steak. Okay, we're using like skirt flap, which is like a skirt steak. Now, the key to cooking these very interesting pieces of steak is fast and quick. You put them on the fire just a couple of minutes and you turn them and then you let them rest when they get off, okay? Because these little bad boys will absolutely taste like a tire if you overcook them. And I don't like cooking them that often because of that. I've wasted money on these little bad boys a few times because I'm like, damn, I turned my back and they became like a tire. So just be careful with them. Just a little more. I'm doing it both sides. The other thing about seasoning your food, season the food on both sides. I've seen too many videos where it's just like one side, the side that's supposed to be looking pretty. Man, my teeth are going to go through both sides. I'm going to need you to put that seasoning on both sides. Okay. And I think that's why people don't eat, like when it comes to like diet food, people are afraid of seasoning. Like, why? It's not calories. Like, this is not going to add any extra calories. Like, just season it. Okay, I think I might have enough. Look at that. Put this back. This is the cute side. So I'm going to give him a little extra. But this might be, yeah, we did it. We did it. Thanks for your help on that. We did it. Okay. As I said, I just got home. If I thought about this in advance, I would have done this like last night. Get that seasoning rub marinating overnight, but I didn't. And we're all good. That's going to be okay. Okay? It's not going to kill you. All right. So we got the Moroccan spice going. I'm going to leave the spices out for a little bit because I don't know yet if I'm going to probably season my lentils with a little bit of these so that we have that balance of flavor. So I'm going to just leave the spices on the side for now. This guy can go in the sink. And then we're cleaning. Okay. Basically, we're almost done. Okay. Do I like beef jerky? I do, but it is not something that I do often. Only because a lot of the beef jerkies have such a high sodium count. So I don't normally make beef jerkies like that. That was my daughter who walked by. If you saw somebody in the background. Okay. So what we have now is our skirt steak is ready. But before I do all of that, I'm going to do one last thing. I'm going to make my salsa so that when I put all of this together, salsa is ready as well. So I'm just going to put this guy to the side here. And the salsa is just something that you're going to add with the skirt steak. It comes together. It comes together. Trust me on that. So what you're going to need, we're going to get some mint. Can't have Moroccan food without mint. I swear, you just can't. It's like, ugh. And then we're going to have some cherry tomatoes. What else do I need in here? I need some lime. I'm going to get some red peppers. Do I need anything else? I'm going to get tomatoes. We're going to get that. We're going to get that. No, I think that might be it. And a little bit of seasoning. Let me get a bowl. So we're going to get a bowl for our salsa. I feel like I'm missing something on this. Oh, olives. I want some olives. That's what it is. Let's see if we have enough here. Okay, there we go. This is going to be yum, the yum, yum, yum. All right, we're going to get a knife. Got me my little Japanese knife that I got in Japan. Can't tell me nothing on this thing. Let me show you what I mean when you can't tell me anything. This thing goes through like boom, boom, boom. Like what? So I'm going to make them a little small because once again, remember we're putting these in little small pita pockets. So you can't have really big pieces going into that because it will break the pita. Okay. My friend called me the other day. She had made one. She had made the pita. She said, I followed your directions, but my pita kept breaking with my things that I was stuffing in it. And she had whole tomatoes in it. I was like, girl, you're gonna have to do some work. You're gonna have to break them things down a little bit so that the pita could hold it together. And why I love this knife is because this thing is like chopping through butter, like in and out. I got the knife when I was in Japan for my birthday, and probably one of the best things I ever purchased for myself. Because this thing, especially, I'm surprised I waited so long to get it too. I'm surprised. So when I go back to Japan, I'm definitely going to get some other pieces because this is what I have right now is what they call like the general knife. Like I forgot the name for sure, but you can basically use it for everything. When I go back, I'm going to get like specialty knives, like let's go, you know, with a little sheath and everything, like have my own little take it out every time we start working, take it out of there. I'm talking about the meat. Oh, Abraham, we still don't understand what you mean. We still don't understand. Simi, hello, welcome, welcome. We are making Moroccan steak pita, and we're making our pitas from scratch. Right now, I am just cutting up some vegetables for the salsa that's going to go with this meal and in the pita itself. So I just want to get all of this stuff going because once we are on the stove, we are moving. We are moving. And so I want to show you guys how quick and easy this is to put together. I just got home from work because I had to stop at the supermarket. And there was ridiculous amount of traffic today. But still, I'm coming home. I haven't even taken off my clothes yet, but in the kitchen, ready to go. And just show you how quick it is to have, you know, food at the table that's healthy, works for whatever diet you are on, and more importantly, tastes like you went to a restaurant. Because why are we eating boring food? Life is too short for that. Why are we eating the same thing every week? That's what I want to know. I have a couple of friends who have like 3 meals on rotation for the week, every week. I'm like, girl, I cannot. Like, my taste buds will just get up and leave. Like, why? Why are we doing that? I think I'm just going to do the few more because we have some other things that's adding to it. But as I said, this is the salsa that's going to go in our Moroccan steak. And can you make it as Moroccan chicken? I am sure you can. But I feel like steak tonight. I haven't had steak in a little bit of time. So figured we had that. Last night we had the tuna croquettes, and I ate those things at work today, only thinking about them. Like, oh my God, they were so good. So freaking good. I was like, dang, like, can I sell this? Because these things, it was really good. It was just good. You know, you're sitting at lunch and you're like, yes. And I was sitting at lunch and I was watching someone with like a dry tomato tuna sandwich. And I was like, I wanted to share it with her. I wanted to share my lunch, but I was also being big back and greedy. So I was like, I can't. I did not pack that much. But that's what, for me, like, food got to do that for me. I don't want to have boring food. I don't even understand people who eat the same thing over and over. I'm like, and then you just go out to the restaurants to eat good stuff. It shouldn't be like that. Okay, that's enough tomatoes. I'm going to just take off the skin on this red onion. And we want to make the red onion small as well. Okay, same kind of sizing. And loving how my knife just goes down and cut in there. Okay, there we go. Put this on the side. You finish all of the cookies? Huh? They're not what? Oh, okay. And so we're just cutting into the red onions now. And I swear, it's the knife. It's not my skills. It's the knife. It's the knife. And there we go. All right, so I'm going to start getting these guys into the bowl. And so you can see what I'm doing. Okay. And we're going to add olives, some lime, and then a little bit of seasoning. And so these olives I have are already sliced. So I just need to get like a strainer or something. Actually, let's see if I have a strainer down here. I'm just going to strain it so I don't have to worry about like going through. I don't have enough in this one, so I'm going to have to cut up some from the whole one. But there we go. Let me know if you like olives. I think olives are the next. I just love it. I think they do so much. They add so much flavor to something without you having to do much on it. Watch the salt on it though, because you know they could be a little up there. So these that I have are whole, as you can see. So I'm going to just cut them up a little bit because remember, these are going in those pitas, and we don't want them to be too big. Actually, the one that was already cut already looks like they're a little too big. And I just don't want them to break my pita bread. Since, it's not going to be the, since these are not going to be industrial made, they're going to just be some homemade pita bread. Let's not get too focused on how they're going to look, but they taste amazing. Tell you now, they're going to taste amazing. So I'm just adding some more olives to this mixture. And we're using our handy dandy Japanese knife. It was not cheap, but it was certainly worth it for this right now. Okay, I think we have enough. So I'm gonna put those back in the bottle. Can be used for something else. Okay, any questions? I do like olives. Done in the kitchen. I'm done. Bye. Okay. Dog in the kitchen. Okay. Hey, can't really put them outside as long as they're not on my kitchen countertop and stuff like that. They're on the floor. I don't eat from the floor. We don't have things that's on the floor that goes into the meal. So wash your hands. You do the things that you got to do. But all right. There we go. All right. Last but not least is your boy, thanks for that backup. So these are some mints that I just picked up. These things are like scrawny. Like these, come on. This thing is so scrawny. Like I'm used to like the leaves being like ridiculously big, but we're gonna do what we gotta do. I'm gonna cut these up. And we're gonna put that in our salsa. Okay. And then that's it. Okay, that is it. The smell of I think I'm gonna put a little more mint in here with these little scrawny, overpriced mints they got at the supermarket. Because why? Why is these things like the size of a thumb? Not even. They're like little minis. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of olive oil. Don't go crazy. I'm gonna add a little bit of olive oil. And then I am going to add a little bit of cumin. Okay. And a little bit of coriander. Just those two. Okay. And then, of course, you want to taste your food because that's how you adjust for seasoning. Okay? You can't cook without tasting along the way. If you're doing so, then either you are just that good or you don't care how it tastes. Either way is fine. But for me, I need to add. I swear these mint leaves are pissing me off, how small they are. They're like ridiculous. Should go back and ask for a refund. Okay. So I'm just going to get a little bit of that, everything to see how it tastes. Missing my lime. I'm going to squeeze some lime in here. You see, if you don't taste stuff, you won't know you're missing something. This salad, or salsa, I'm going to call it, but it's a salad, tastes impeccable. Okay, we're going to go back in for second round. We're good. Okay, we're done. All right. I'm just gonna do, as I said before, y'all not helping me clean up after, so I'm cleaning up now. Oh, Zena, I'm so sorry. See why she should not be in the kitchen, probably. So sorry, Mama. Stepped on her paw, moving to the right. Didn't realize she had relocated literally under my feet. Okay. Everything is done. I'm just going to rinse this board off so I can now roll out the pita. And then we can work with both the pita on the stove and the steak cooking at the same time. Pico de gallo. Yeah. Normally for pico, they don't put cumin or coriander. But yeah, it's like, that's exactly what it could be. And that's going to go in there. You can go rinse in the house. You know, I'm about to, because of this nonsense, like, let me just show you, because you may not think that I'm, look at this thing. What is this? Is this so I can grow it? Because I'm going to have to at this point. Like, they were selling this like we're done. But it's not done. This thing just started growing. All right. So what we're doing now is clean board. And we're going to start. I want to roll out our pita. This is the fun part for me. Okay. Remember, we had this in here. It's just self-rising flour, yogurt, whole fat yogurt, and some salt. 3 ingredients, but it's going to taste like you went to a fancy restaurant and got your and got this together. Also, what you can see, let me move you over a little bit, is me here working with my lentil peas. So it's almost finished. And I'm gonna let that sit for a little bit. And then I'm gonna season it a little bit. And that's gonna go in our pita because we're adding protein, baby. 40 grams of protein at a minimum for this one, okay? Does the dough feel moist? It feels not too, it feels moist. Yes, it does. A little tacky, which is fine. The rolling out portion, what we're gonna do, get my roller. We're gonna need a little bit of flour to get this going. All right, so let's see. I put the flour away, so let me get that, and then we can go. We can go. Because now all we need to do is execute. As they say in the military, all you need to do is execute, baby. Get it done. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut them. Yeah, I'm going to cut it so that I can have the pieces and then roll them out separately. So let me wash my knife so I don't have any of that, especially the onion flavor going through your pita bread, which, you know, would it be the worst thing? Probably not, but let's keep it 100. Why don't we? I just want to keep looking over at my lentils because they're almost done. All right, so look how beautiful that looks. Looks like we're already making bread. All right, get this in our, save this on the side. All right, let's see. Let's see how this works here. Put a little bit of flour, don't overdo it. So I feel like I would need more if my daughter would be okay with just not going ham tonight, we'll be fine. But I know how she is. She's been asking me about these pita. And so you see how it's sticking a little bit on the thing here? You can just go in like that, or you could put it on here. Move this so I don't cut myself. And I probably could cut them smaller. Okay. And there goes Pita one, Pita one, Pita one. Pita who? I'm going to do 2 or 3. And then we're going to put them on the right in. The only thing I forgot to cut up, I need some lettuce to add to make our whole bread, to make the pita. So we need to do that. I have some romaine lettuce that I'm going to use for this one. A little heartier than most. And I feel like it goes really good with pita. And then last but not least is a little sauce. I'm going to make that simple. I'm just going to get some of these silly baby leaves, mint, and put it in with the some yogurt sauce and call it a day. Remember when I said, like, my thing is not going to be super uniform. I'm going to try, but you see how my circles are already looking messed up. Okay? All right. So what we're going to do, we have 2 ready to go. I am going to, Lord, when I bring you over to this thing, please don't let my thing go out.